Hello Aries, I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy today. I've got a slightly different setup and I'm in a different room in the house. Unfortunately, it means that I can pick up a lot of sounds from the street and my neighbours, I don't know, those of you who've been with me for a while, I talked about a very, very kind elderly neighbour that sadly passed away last year. His house has been sold and the people who are moving in are kind of doing quite a bit of renovation on it. So there's quite a lot of noise, they're playing music, they're talking quite loudly. You know, nothing bad, it's normal kind of living on a busy street stuff, but you may be able to hear some of it. So I'm hoping that the camera doesn't pick up the music. I don't want any copyrights, especially when I'm quite careful about the music on my channel. She says, singing all the songs. So Aries, what do I have for you today? Are you in trouble, Aries? I intuitively got the song Trouble through by Pink yesterday. I also got some feelings. So I got a random, it kind of all three came through very, very quickly. So I got a pain in my left hand here. Sometimes it feels like someone's holding my hand, but there was quite a lot of pressure, like something was trying to go through my hand here. And then on the left hand side of my bottom jaw, it was like a few years back, more than 10 years ago, I had a very bad tooth and it caused me a lot of pain, and I had to live with it for quite a while as I tried to find a dentist. It was awful. And toothache is such a horrible thing because it really gets in your head and it's hard to think. It's hard to do anything when you've got bad toothache. So I had that pain again in my left hand jaw, but it's impossible for me to have that pain because the nerve was removed with the tooth. So yeah, it was for about a minute and then it went. So it wasn't my pain. I've picked up on the pain of somebody else there. Interestingly as well, as I was brushing my teeth just before this happened, about an hour actually, probably about an hour before this happened, because I watched a few episodes of a programme, but as I was brushing my teeth, the song Mouthwash by Nash played, which made me laugh. So with the pain in my jaw and mouthwash, I feel like there's something to do with dental things for an Aries out there, or someone coming to this reading. What else did I get? After the pain in my hand, the pain in my jaw, I then got a pain in the big toe on my right foot. It was like the nail, like maybe somebody like pressing the nail or something like this. So if any of that applies to you, what's going on? Are you okay? The next song that came through for me, again, very old song, haven't heard it for a long time, it's not on my playlist. I do like it though. It was Justified and Ancient, I think by KLF or something. We're justified and we're ancient and we like to roam the land. So maybe you've listened to that recently, I don't know, but there is a bit of a theme starting to pick through here. Maybe somebody is an artist though, because the next thing I saw as I kind of was tuning into the energy of your card, well, the first thing I noticed was it's almost like the dog wants to pull the fool back. So I don't know if somebody's trying to pull you back or stop you from going forward in something, or you've got this sense of like something tugging at you at the back of your mind, like a memory that you kind of, you know, something that you've not done, that kind of feeling. But then I saw, this ring's really bothering me. I don't know if I've lost a bit of weight on my hands or if my hands are just dry, but all my rings are kind of spinning around on my fingers. So I don't know, maybe somebody else has lost weight as well. Anything that happens in a reading is part of a reading, basically. So the other image I saw was of swirling paint. Now, I did get a few suggestions on my YouTube out of the blue from nowhere of an artist who they pour paint into some sort of beaker, like layers of paint, right? And then they kind of pour it onto a canvas so that it creates like ripples of colour, and then they kind of wiggle it around like this on the canvas, and it creates kind of like a marbled paint effect. So I don't know if that has any relevance to anybody. I have actually been trying to marble paper with my son, so, but I'm not an Aries. But I feel like this is more of an artist, like somebody who's actually doing it. Or maybe you're just watching these videos as well. Maybe it's like a cathartic ASMR thing for you to watch these videos. So something there for somebody. Oh, but I do feel like somebody is painting, because also my son has these model sets here. He hasn't actually done them yet. So Grandad David, hi, if you're watching. He's not actually got around to it. My daughter looks like she's stolen the paint out of it though. But we've got these little Airfix like model set thingies here. So I don't know if somebody does that model painting. There's a tank here as well, a Cromwell tank. So Volkswagen Beetle Cromwell tank, that could be relevant to somebody there. My granddad actually used to, he's not my granddad, but we call him Granddad David. He used to actually drive tanks in the military. So again, that could be something relevant to somebody there. The first song that played for you as I was setting up your cards was Mambo number 5. Not Mambo number 5, that was the second song. I'll come to that one in a minute. The first song was Young God by Halsey. So you've got this justified and ancient. I'm sorry, they're doing something out there that's making squeaky noises. It's not my squeaky chair for a change. Yeah, justified and ancient. We're justified and we're ancient. And then you've got this, oh baby girl, you know we're going to be legends. I'm the king and you're a queen. You know you want to go to heaven, but we're human tonight. So something about wanting to be very big, wanting to be very important, wanting to feel like you're kind of ruling the world, like you're above everybody else, you and somebody else. Somebody could be selling you dreams, right? Somebody could be saying to you, look, we're going to be legends, we're going to be kings and queens, we're going to rule the world, like, you know, really like bombastic energy. And yes, Aries, you're a very entrepreneurial energy. You know, you could definitely go take a leap of faith towards something and have it work out big. Absolutely. Don't ever kind of quench that fire inside you. It's kind of your superpower, if you like. But just be aware of any nagging things, any nagging doubts with that dog there, anything that's kind of tugging at you, thinking, oh Aries, hang on, just take a step back from that ledge before you take a leap off. Obviously this is talking about the leap of faith of the fool. Take a step back. There's something you've forgotten. Put a bit of thought into it. You're very impulsive, Aries. I mean, depending on the rest of your chart, you can be very impulsive. So trust that nagging doubt, trust that intuition, trust that feeling of there being something that you're missing, and just spend a little bit of time trying to figure it out before you take that leap of faith. Okay, just be wary if anyone's trying to push you into something with some sort of time limit. It's like that kind of now or never thing. Just be a little bit wary of that. Why are they making you rush? You've got the line, drowning my thoughts out. Have you been drowning out thoughts or feelings in some way? It could be, there's a number of methods people used to do this. So just kind of question yourself, have you been drowning out your thoughts? If you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, have you been suppressing anything in any kind of way? So yeah, Mambo number 5 by Lou Bega. A little bit of Monica in my life, a bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita is what I need. The first thing I got from this was it could be someone's 5th attempt at something. It could be like, we're doing this dance again kind of thing. You know, like when you try something, it doesn't work out. It could be a job, right? You've had 5 jobs, 5 relationships. It's like you jump into something, it doesn't work out. You spend a little bit of time recovering, gathering your thoughts together, and then it's like, right, we're going to do this dance again. We're going to do this mambo again. It could be that you keep going back to somebody. All these kind of things. For others of you, you are dealing with somebody who's a bit of a player. Now, I'm not judging anyone's lifestyle choices. If somebody's very charming and they want to have a lot of ladies or, you know, whoever, if they want a little bit of everybody, that's their choice to make. You know, we're all humans. We only have, you know, design over our own actions. And it's not for us to judge other people. That's not our job. So just be a little bit wary, though. You could be dealing with a player. So if you're into a little bit of this person, that's absolutely fine. Just if you do think that you may want more from a situation and you know that this person isn't one to settle down, don't go into a relationship expecting something that isn't part of that person's nature. You know, roll the dice. If you're lucky, that person could settle down with you, but don't expect them to. Do you know what I mean? Don't expect a leopard to change the spots if you like it that way. Excuse me a second, my son is hovering at the door. Okay, so my son's just asking for some help with his maths work, so I'm just going to wrap up this little section and then go and do that, and then I'll come back with you. So yeah, just this a little bit is like somebody who wants to have the cake and eat it too, but they just don't want to have a little piece of your cake. They want to have a little piece of everybody's cake. So just do be a little bit wary if you're dealing with somebody like that. You may be having that nagging doubt, right? That dog trying to pull you back there about the situation, something feeling a little bit off. Right, let's randomize a song for you on camera. Maybe you just want to move this so I don't show you my code. I can't see the camera from this position. So here we go. There he is, Lou Bega. Oh, turned it off again. Lou Bega there, smiling at us, having the time of his life with all his Monicas and Ericas and Ritas. Okay, let's have a look. So I've got it on shuffle. I've got over 1,000 songs on here now. Aries, 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 Aries. What is Aries going to get today? That is The End by Alesso and Charlotte Lawrence. Love Charlotte Lawrence. Just thinking that this looks like the Sistine Chapel, right? Man and God. When is it God reaching out to? Is it Adam on that picture? Is it Michelangelo? I feel like it's Michelangelo. The beautiful painting on Sistine Chapel. So that may be relevant to somebody. The End as well. Maybe somebody kind of questioning life and death, what happens after death, but you're human tonight. It's almost like, don't worry about what is to come. Enjoy the moment, enjoy who you are now, Aries. Okay, I'm going to go and help my son with his maths homework, and I will be back to do the rest of your reading in a moment. Hi to my sweatshirt there. Yeah, so that song could definitely be dealing with somebody who is seeing the end of a relationship where one person was quite selfish. They were only in it to serve their own needs, their own interests. And the other person saying, I'm ready to let it go. Maybe this is the end. But it's maybe this is the end again. So I feel like this is something, with it being Mambo number 5, it's like, it's a relationship that's on again, off again. So if that's your situation, then this is a message for you. The cards may actually tell us something different, but we'll see. So the theme of this reading today is what's your fairy tale, Aries? What's your fairy tale? So what I'm going to ask first is, who is, let me just have a quick look at your card just to make sure I'm in your energy. Okay, so who is Aries in their fairy tale? Who is Aries in their fairy tale? Can I get one card, please, for Aries? Who is Aries in their own fairy tale? Oh, is that one card? It is. Okay. I don't know if somebody's dealing with a bit of a wicked witch as well, which is why I've got the black nails today. Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. So in your fairy tale, maybe you feel like you've been trapped in a tower, or maybe you feel like you need to retreat to a tower. It's like Rapunzel going back into the tower, shutting herself away from the world, really doing some rest, meditation, you know, looking after your body physically. She's drinking a cup of tea here. I kind of need to, on a very uncomfortable chair. Yeah, she can see she's got that little mug of steaming tea there. She's got some flowers. She's making, maybe you're just making your room smell nice. You're making your environment nice. She's got some crystals there. Really kind of like creating your own space. Being on your own for a while to really figure out what exactly you want from a situation. Yeah, doing a bit of meditation, doing a bit of healing, really looking after yourself physically. It's got a number 3 on there. So again, you could have a few too many people involved in your situation, which may explain why you're doing this kind of retreating into your tower business. So I'm going to hold it close and I'll read from the book for you. Unplug and relax for a spell. It's time you took a step back and spent some quality time with your one true best friend, yourself. Look up some yoga videos on YouTube. If you do want to do some yoga on YouTube, I do yoga with Adrian. She's amazing. So I'll try and remember to link her in the description box below, and you can go and do some yoga with Adrian. She's got a whole range of videos, from like very, very simple techniques. She's got videos that take into account if you've got any needs physically. So perhaps you can't get down on the floor. She does chair videos. She does like beginner videos, and she does more advanced videos. So you can probably find something there for you. She also does things like if you've got a specific part of your body that needs a little bit of stretching out, or a bit of expansion. Say you've got a bit of a sore back or some sore shoulders, she'll have videos for that as well. So absolutely go and check her out. I'm not affiliated in any way. I just love her videos. Try out guided meditation, read a book read a book from a genre you might not usually read, take a morning stroll around your neighbourhood, obviously if COVID allows, and discover places you've never been before. So maybe take a different route to what you normally take. Obviously stay safe, but I do that quite often. I go for walks and sometimes I take a little bit of a detour, and I go and have a look I check out the houses around the area, to kind of see what people are there. It's quite fun for me to do that. And as I do that, I kind of expand my knowledge of my own local area. When we take time needed to recharge, we're paying the greatest respect to ourselves. Time to recharge, and that's what this dog's doing. He's holding me back, Aries. He's like, Aries, you're always on the go. You kind of go, 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 go. So Aries, you need to kind of pull back. Again, go back to your tower, make your own personal space really nice and healthy for you, a really nice environment there, and invest in yourself a little. It says disconnect, so if you find yourself on social media too much, or you kind of like, I don't know, stalking this person's social media profile, it might just be time to kind of like disconnect from the internet a little bit, take a step back, and really kind of figure out who you are and what you want. So what I'm going to ask now is who, just to have a quick look at that card because it did separate itself from the deck. The dolphin, exactly, Aries, this is what you want to get into. This dolphin for me symbolises somebody who's really, really happy. It's kind of like happy-go-lucky. They don't let the waves bother them. In fact, it's like that's their natural environment. They're in such a good space, perhaps because they've been doing this meditation, that they kind of like ride the waves of life, happy-go-lucky energy, really, really good energy. So I think this is what the spirit is saying they kind of want you to be like. So we'll pop that there next to you. Maybe watch out for dolphins. They might be symbolic for you at the moment. Oh, taking a deep breath. I've not got any breath today. So we have Aries up in their tower. Who is Aries going to encounter on their fairy tale journey, please? Oh, that's a lovely card to get. And you've got the phoenix on the bottom there as well. Lovely. So Aries, there's some kind of hidden treasure here for you. There's some kind of, it could be a pearl of wisdom inside this oyster. I feel like you're going to meet somebody who has some kind of a kernel of knowledge that they want to share with you. It may be difficult for this person to open up though. With the oyster, they're shut very, very tight. I don't know if it's the same with oysters. I think I might be thinking of mussels possibly. Something that you can eat that lives in a shell, right? Crab, I don't know. No, but I know my dad likes to have seafood like this, and you have to put it in a pan and boil it and heat it up in order for it to open. So I feel like you're going to meet somebody and they're going to be kind of quite guarded. It could be a Cancerian. They're going to be very, very guarded. They're going to kind of have the walls up. But if you warm them up a little bit, they'll open up to you, and they're going to give you some kind of something valuable, a pearl of wisdom, I feel, or something that you didn't know was there hidden inside this person. It's like shining, waiting to come out. So I really feel, Aries, you are fire energy. You could really warm this person up and get them to open up to you, and it's going to be a treasure inside there. So if you've been messing around with somebody who is basically just out for a good time and they're not giving you anything valuable, I feel like there's another person here, but they need you to kind of coax them out of the shell a little bit. I'm sort of like gesturing here. I need to find some kind of setup where I can actually make a fool of myself on video. So this is who you're meeting on your journey. So tell me about the lessons, please. What lessons are Aries supposed to learn as they embark on this journey? Tell me about the lessons Aries needs to learn as they go on this journey, please. Oh, here we go. The desert. Okay. What have you got on the bottom? The storm. Okay, yeah. So there was a song there. What was it? Drowning my thoughts out. Storm warning. So I feel like maybe someone's had a bit of a dry spell. It's okay. I'm going to share something embarrassing with you now, and I hope my neighbour can't hear me through my quite narrow, my thin walls. But I did have a dream last night. I'm going to whisper it. I did have a dream last night that my neighbour invited me round, and I realised she was trying to sell me 2 second-hand vibrators. So I don't mean to cast any dispersions upon my neighbour. We've never had a conversation like that. I don't know why that was in my brain, but yeah, it was. Somebody could definitely have had a bit of a dry spell there with that dream. Okay. I wasn't interested, by the way. I was like, no, thank you, back out slowly, go home. The storm then, the storm warning. So I feel like there's going to be a flood of emotions. It could be this person that you're dealing with, especially if it is somebody with a strong Cancerian placement, somebody who's been holding back, but when those floodgates open, it all comes pouring out. Could be quite dramatic. So let's bob that away and read what the desert has to tell us, because this is about your journey, the lessons you need to learn, Aries. So where is the book? And what number do we have? 35, 6, 7, 37. No, that's the ocean. That's not the one I want. That's the opposite of the desert. Here we go. The drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leaves us... Sorry, there's a bit of a bang. I'm just going to check my kids are okay. He's okay. They're just a pair of elephants, which is interesting because I've got my elephant bracelet on, which may be meaningful to somebody. The desert leaves us disorientated, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. Lockdown, am I right? COVID, am I right? The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomforts of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, okay, I get it, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks are terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. Let the winds and the sand work their deep magic, weary traveller. When light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions and silence. When dark, drying, deadening, disorientating, isolating. Go deeper. Frank Herbert's Dune, Barry Lopez's Desert Notes, Edward Abbey's Desert Solitaire. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. Oh my goodness. I'm going to come back to that. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. Water symbolises emotion for me. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy, despite its desolate appearance. Turn towards it rather than away from it. Okay, so just briefly, I did a tarot reading, which I haven't posted yet. I'm still sort of debating it. It felt like a bit difficult for me, and I was kind of seesawing about whether or not I should post it. So I may put it up and I may not. But one of the songs that came through for that reading was You'll Never Walk Alone. It's kind of to do with football, so I don't know if anyone has a particular interest in football. I think it's to do with Liverpool football team. But it's keep your head held high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, right, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Hold on, with hope in your heart, for you'll never walk alone. Okay, so very emotional song that I know it's very, very meaningful to certain people, especially people who perhaps went to watch football matches with the fathers. You know, particularly meaningful song there for somebody. And as I say, that came out the other day in that reading that I haven't posted yet, and it's come out today again for a reason. You'll never walk alone. It literally says it, you are not alone. And you had the storm, right? At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky. So what I feel is happening here is there is some kind of ending of a connection. Now, it could be, you know, you had the Charlotte Lawrence song, The End. It could be that somebody's leaving your life. There's a lot of different reasons why that may happen, but I feel like Aries, perhaps you have a bit of a fear of being alone. You don't want to be alone, so you could be clinging slightly, but this is saying don't fear being alone, don't fear separation from other people. You're never really alone. This card says all you need actually is within you. If you are spiritual, the universe, God, you know, that universal consciousness, it's in everyone and every single thing. Okay, so the love you need, unconditional love, it's already inside you, it's all around you. That's not very helpful when you're craving physical touch, but the message here is the storm clouds will break. You know, there'll be a brighter day, another day for you. So almost embrace this time where you actually get to be alone. You know, some people don't get to be alone. You think about me, I've got neighbours making a lot of noise, my children kind of being quite noisy, and that's kind of brilliant, okay, to be surrounded by so many people. But also sometimes you can crave that solitude, you can crave that moment alone, you can crave that peace and quiet. So whether that means, for me personally, it means putting my headphones in, listening to music and going out for a walk and kind of being in my own little bubble and kind of moving throughout the world, and having that time to kind of process and just not be mum for a little while. So there's something there for somebody. Embrace that time alone, embrace that opportunity to be at one with yourself, to take care of yourself, to discover yourself. Okay, just thinking about that dream again. You know, Aries, if you want to go ahead and do that, you go ahead and do that. I'm not judging anyone. So let's find out more. So tell me more about Aries. Why are Aries showing up as the Tower, please? The Father of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you've definitely, I mean, this is your energy though. Okay, so two ways I'm going to read this. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. With this Seven of Cups here as well. So jump into the Seven of Cups here for a second. The Seven of Cups symbolises... okay, I've got another song for you. The Seven of Cups symbolises a lot of choices, a lot of decisions, not quite knowing which way to move in a situation. So it can indicate... you know, a lot of choice is a brilliant thing in some ways, but sometimes it can bring with it a sense of clouded judgment, of a sense of confusion. Again, Mambo number 5, right? A lot of options there. This Father of Wands, it could be your energy, Aries. It is wand energy, so don't worry about it saying father. It can be she, he, or they. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But for me, this is somebody who is... they have a huge amount of control over their passions. So as I was saying, Aries, you are kind of the baby of the zodiac. You're the first sign. You do sometimes act quite impulsively, take leaps of faith towards things. There could be a lesson that you're learning here in terms of... I'm sorry about the banging. There could be... maybe that's what you're saying, sorry. Sorry about all the banging, Aries. There could be a message here saying that somebody has... They've tried a lot of different things, right? They've tasted from a lot of different cups, if you like. So this could be you, it could be someone you're dealing with. But I did ask about you. So somebody has kind of had a lot of options. They've ate a lot of pieces of cake, and in doing so, they've kind of really worked out what they do and they don't like. It's like, oh, chocolate cake, really, really nice. I love it. I crave it, but it's too rich for me. I can't have a lot of it. You may be like, I don't know. Walnut cake, really, really nice, but I couldn't eat it every day. So there's some kind of cake here for you that's like, you're figuring out now, that is the cake I want, that is my favourite cake. It's not too sweet, you know, like a little bit like the Three Bears, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's like, it's not too sweet, it's not too dry, it's not too crumbly. It's my perfect cake. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life, right? Because if you see here, these cups, there's one cup that's upright pointing towards the sun. So it's like these cups, you've tried them, you're not interested in them anymore. You know which cup is for you. Clarity, okay? So I'm just going to keep it upside down because I feel like this is what you're discovering. And notice as well that she's it's almost like hangman energy, changing perspective here. It's like changing perspective where when you were upright, when you were really busy, when you had a lot of offers coming towards you, you didn't know which cup to taste. You had a lot of confusion there with the moon. There were secrets, things you couldn't quite see, delusion. By turning yourself upside down, right? By thinking about what you want, what's right for you, you get this sense of clarity and you know which cup is right for you. Cups symbolise relationships. So brilliant, Aries, that's really, really good. And with this comes this Father of Wands energy. I need to get a drink of water in a second. Maybe this is what you're saying. Maybe you're really thirsty. Maybe you live in a hot place and you're like gasping. You know, gasping can symbolise this kind of energy too. The Father of Wands then. So by figuring out, by tasting all these different cakes, obviously cakes are symbolising relationships here, you've worked out what you want and you come into a very, very mature energy in terms of desire and passion and becoming less spontaneous. The Father of Wands is the King of Wands. They're very, very experienced. So they can hold back, they can pull back on their own reins. They don't leap into things like your Fool energy does there. They're going to hold out. I feel like they're holding out. I'm getting holding out for a hero. You're holding out for the right person, the right wand, if you like. You know exactly what you want now. Or you will do, because you're the princess. Hello, beep, beep. You're the princess in your own story. And yeah, you're going to come to realise that there's something for you that's just right, okay? I'm going to write all those songs down and get a drink of water. Okay, I didn't actually tell you one of those songs that I was getting there. I wrote it down for you though. All the songs will be in the description box below if you want to go and have a listen, read the lyrics, see if anything jumps out to you there, and makes you think about your own situation, right? It might just be one line in one song, and it makes you have a aha moment. But the song that I was getting as I was talking about this card was Dua Lipa, The One. She says, I can see the moon, see the moon, see the moon when you're looking at the sun. So it could be somebody who's at a considerable distance for you, you know, you've got in different time zones, or it could be this sense of like one person being having clouded judgment and one person having clarity in a situation. So take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But yeah, I could be the one. You're holding up for your hero, right? It's almost like Aries. Sometimes the messages in this deck are, Aries, you need to get out there, you need to explore, you need to be the hero of your own story. This is almost like if you're always the chaser, Aries, if you're always the one instigating relationships, maybe this kind of holding back approach here, this slowing down, this really prioritizing yourself, it might actually draw in someone who's perfect for you, but who perhaps is a little bit shy. It's like you could go chasing this person, but it might make them clam up, where if you go and be the princess in the tower that needs rescuing, now again, she, he, they, take it as it resonates, you know, and just work on your own happiness, it could draw this person to you. This person could come and just open up to you. So there's a message there for somebody. That's not saying that I am telling you to not be empowered. That's not what I'm saying at all. You know, putting yourself first, you know, shutting out the rest of the world and working on your own inner happiness is very empowering. That's what's giving you the clarity and bringing you into this very mature King of Cups energy. So, sorry, King of Wands energy. So I'm not saying don't be empowered. I'm saying empower yourself, prioritize yourself, and make people come to you. Very empowering energies, very Empress-like energy actually. So the oyster then. Tell me about this person that Aries is going to meet on the journey. Who's this oyster? This card's kind of showing itself. That's the Nine of Swords. So yeah, I feel like this person, I'm not going to take this card because, well, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing, but I'm not going to take this for them because it didn't fully come out. But side message for some of you, you could be dealing with somebody here, could be Capricorn actually. I did think Capricorn can have a tendency to kind of like put up the raise the drawbridge, almost like put up those defenses, but I am getting strong Cancerian energy too. The opposites in the chart. I know this because I've got my North Node and my South Node are in Cancer and Capricorn, but I can't remember which way around. So yeah, almost like polar opposites. But what I'm getting here is this person could have a tendency to clam up because they have a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. This is the devil on this person's shoulder, holding them back. It's like they've got hot feet, they want to move, but there's this kind of the fear of the unknown, the fear of opening up, the fear of being vulnerable. That's this person's kind of Achilles heel. So I don't feel like that's for everybody, but that's a message that wants to come through there. So oyster, please tell me about this person that Aries is meeting. Temperance. Yeah, you have to take it slowly with this person. This person, they're going to be quite slow moving, as I say. They're going to I really feel like they feel vulnerable when it comes to opening up in terms of emotion and passion. So it could be that they feel very, very strongly for you, Aries, but they don't want to reveal it. They feel like it's almost like a weakness it feels like a very stoic energy, somebody who feels very, very vulnerable when they open up. They may have trouble expressing love, expressing feelings, expressing emotions, especially expressing passions. I feel like this sort of person who, if you were in a room with them and they liked you, they'd probably blush and not be able to talk to you. They'd probably be very nervous around you. I feel like they're embarrassed by their feelings. So yeah, this is kind of like, almost like a softly approach. I feel like this person's really trying to balance out their emotions and the passions, figuring out how to open up. But I see almost like this bird is fanning the flame or as protecting the flame. So there's something going on here. It's not that this person's cold. There's quite a lot going on inside that shell of theirs. Again, strong Cancerian energy. Doesn't have to be. But yeah, they just have trouble opening up. But when they do open up, they're a real treasure. Okay, they're a real pearl. I think, did you have the seed or is that a different? Oh my goodness, look what's on the bottom there, the Fool. It's you about to take that leap of faith, but you've got kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the situation. Yeah. It's like shine your light, make your tower a safe place where this person feels comfortable, and kind of draw them to you almost. So the desert here, what's going on with this desert? The lesson that Aries needs to learn, please. Okay, heartbreak and the Hierophant there. So you could be healing some kind of heartbreak, which is why the dog's trying to pull you back there. It's like it's not quite time to leap into something new, Aries. There's something that you're still healing from. It's like you're all tangled up. Your heart's all tangled up in something. So yeah, you just really need to take the time out to heal. Don't be afraid of being alone, because being alone is going to be what gives you this perspective. So go inwards. Think about the past, think about all those things that have happened, all those previous relationships. Again, it doesn't have to necessarily be relationships, it could be like a job or something. So just take it as it applies. But yeah, you've got a sense of disappointment, of loss, of heartbreak, feeling very tied up emotionally into something here. Could be something to do with the Taurus, with the Hierophant card being here. Again, this kind of does give me Capricorn energy too. So I've got Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn so far here that you're dealing with. Possibly Libra there. Doesn't have to be any of those signs. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Could just be a placement right in somebody's chart which you don't know about. But there's this, the Hierophant's bringing this key, and also on this card here they're kind of praying. They've got their prayer hands. Again, could be yoga, could be a religious factor, so take that as it applies to you. But there's a sense of kind of like being in some kind of drought, being in some kind of dry place, emotionally dry. Almost praying, right? Praying, hoping, however it works for you, for some kind of relief to this. But it's like the universe is here saying, Aries, we're going to make you sit in this a little bit longer. We're going to pull you back from taking that leap of faith into something new, because we don't want you to mess it up. We want to make sure you're in a really strong position and you're clear on what you want, and you've learned all those, you've learned what you need to learn there with that Father of Wands energy. So the universe is here with this key to unlock your new cycle, but there is this sense of tying you up, holding you back until you really work on those things that are internal, right? They want you to be strong when you launch into this new journey, which is going to be really good for you, I feel. So can I get another card please on I don't think I need to ask anymore, but we'll see if anything wants to come out for the Tower. Yeah, look, you're working on yourself. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles talks about working on something over and over again, getting really good at whatever it is that you do. So it's like practice makes perfect. So while you're in this Tower energy, it's an opportunity for you to kind of almost take up a hobby, or focus on your work, focus on different aspects of your life, not that thing that's upset you. Okay, so go inwards, do what you love. Again, somebody could be an artist, a painter, a digital artist. She's doing drawings here. Really kind of perfect your art there. Throat's closing up a little bit. You may be a little bit secretive about whatever that is. So the Oyster and Temperance. Tell me about this person again that Aries is meeting. How will Aries know who this person is? Okay, that's a lot of cards. You're going to have a lot of love for this person. Again, the Devil there. Okay, So again, I'm getting the same 3 signs. Queen of Cups, water sign energy could indicate Cancerian again. Also notice that this person is in the oyster shell. This is almost like the shell. This is the pearl for you. If it's not a female or a water sign that you're dealing with, what this is telling me is that when this person opens up, they are very emotionally expressive. They've got a huge depth of emotion, a huge amount of love for you or the situation, and they're going to be very expressive, but they do need to feel safe in order to be able to open up and be expressive. But again, it's like the pearl in the oyster. This person is going to be very, very loving and very healing as well for you. You've also got this King of Pentacles energy. So again, Taurus could be over here with this Hierophant. It gives me Capricorn energy, again, confirmed by this Devil card here. Now, this person, as I was saying, it's like they keep their emotions and the passions all trapped inside that shell. I feel like, because these kind of did come out separately, this is what's inside the shell, right? This is what's being hidden, the pearl in the oyster, is this person has a gorgeous heart, you know, really, really caring person, very, very protective, caring, lovely person. But what's controlling them at the moment is this focus on money. With the King of Pentacles with the Devil card, this person is very career focused, very focused on finances, on you know, building up that kind of nest egg, of working on their house, of getting a nice house, a nice car, of having nice clothes. They're very, very materially focused. So they may come from a background, a family perhaps, that is very ambitious. Again, I feel like I need to post that reading. It was they were talking about the cursus honorum, which was in ancient Rome. It was kind of like the done thing. It was the political route, the military route. You know, if you came from a wealthy family, it's just what you did. You focused on this specific career route. So you may be dealing with somebody like this who has been taught that money matters. They've been taught to squash their emotions, squash the passions, to be very stoic, to have a lot of self-control. You know, emotions and passions, they make you weak, they make you vulnerable. So this person's been very, very kind of practical minded. This is their devil. This is why they're chained here, right? So yeah, but inside that person, it's like nature versus nurture. Nurture has taught them to be focused on career, to be stoic, but in their nature, they are this beautiful, really beautiful, loving, warm person. They really are like the pearl in the oyster. And this person's waiting for you. This is somebody you're going to meet on your journey, Aries. But you have to come into that high vibrational energy first. You need to work out what you want. You know, do you want the player who rushes in and out all the time? Or do you want this person who, as the King of Pentacles, they're in it for the long term. They are in it for the long term. And they are going to look after you and nurture you and love you, Aries. Again, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn are the main energies there that are coming through. Doesn't have to be. Or Sagittarius. How can I miss Sagittarius here? Sagittarius here as well. Okay. So tell me then about the lesson, the fairy tale, the journey that Aries is on. Tell me more about this journey. Can you tell me more about why the Hierophant is here, please? Why is the Hierophant here? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're doing a lot of work on something. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is planting seeds and watching them grow. Again, this kind of trial and error feeling that I'm getting in your reading. It's like, I'm getting something to do with, the desert is a very dry place, but you can plant things in that desert, and it actually affects the environment. So what I'm getting specifically is a story I read about a very dry area in Africa. Now I can't remember specifically where it was, but I think it crossed Africa, right? It was it crossed multiple countries around the line of the equator, and it was a desert area, completely barren, and there was one man who had made it his mission to go along this desert line, planting trees, because he recognized that desert, it wasn't always a desert. It used to be a lush jungle, and he knew that the reason why it was a desert was because the environment hadn't been looked after. Those plants had been they hadn't been nurtured, they'd been allowed to die. And so it created this wasteland where actually he recognised the fact that if you went back and planted the trees back and nurtured them, cared for them, that the environment would reset itself. It had the opportunity for more things to grow. It was like planting those seeds would encourage more growth, and potentially one day that desert could be a jungle again. That's a true story that I read about. It was one man doing it. I think it could have snowballed. And again, this is talking, the Seven of Pentacles is it just takes one person to start something, and it can be something that snowballs and becomes something really big and really powerful. So I feel like you're being directed here to plant the seeds in that desert, right, in that dry space, and to create something that's abundant and fruitful. And also plants, you know, they bring water. They actually encourage more water into the environment. So they create this ecosystem. It's like talking about like almost like Spore. There was a computer game called Spore where you actually went to these planets and you stabilize the ecosystem. So I feel like you're stabilizing the ecosystem of your heart, and you're being quite divinely led in this. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom there. There's a lot of slow movement here. It's like, stop rushing into things, Aries. And you know, the passion, the enthusiasm is brilliant, but make sure you're clear on your direction. Make sure that you're grounded, you're in something for the long term. So tell me a little bit more about the Tower. Queen of Swords is coming through now. You've got a lot of kings and queens in this reading. Now I feel like you're getting a higher perspective. The Hierophant is showing us the crow here. Crows may be significant to you, but these crows or ravens here with this Queen of Swords. Now this could be somebody advising you. The King and Queen of Swords can mean somebody who's an advisor. Things like lawyers or people who are helping you draw up contracts, people who are quite knowledgeable. They have information to provide to you. But with the Raven showing on this Hierophant card, I feel like there's some kind of universal knowledge that is coming into you here. Again, you've got this moon, so you are getting clarity, and I feel like you are being guided by the universe, by spirit energies. To have this clearer perspective, to have this higher perspective, to get clarity where you feel confused. But it does involve you taking a bit of a time out and working on yourself here. Tell me more about this person that Aries is meeting. They seem very nice, actually. I just think they have to kind of break the chains that are... They just need to break open. That's what it feels like. It's like they've got so much potential within them that's been quashed. It's like maybe they come from a family that makes fun of them when they cry. You know, when they were a child, you know, the family would say, "What are you crying for? You know, stop being dramatic." Like, Two of Wands. Yeah, I think they have a decision to make. I think they have the decision to make whether to stay closed or to open up. I hope they open up, because like, it's that oyster inside them is beautiful, so it shouldn't be hidden away, that pearl inside them. The desert, the Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles then. What is this little mission that Aries is on as part of their journey? Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles, please. Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Okay. Two of Swords is Nine of Wands. Yeah, wounded warrior here. You're also quite guarded, or it could be this person. Somebody here is very, very guarded. They're protecting the heart space because they've been hurt in the past. So they've become this wounded warrior. They've become this person who they're kind of carrying a lot of baggage with them. They're kind of feeling a bit war-torn. They've been through a lot. But the thing about the Nine of Wands is that it actually creates this kind of persistent attitude, this person who knows how to keep getting back up when they get knocked down. So it actually brings a lot of strength with it. It's hard, you are wounded, you're hurt, but you're strong. Okay, you've got that perseverance energy to be able to pull through this. Knave of Swords. There could be some sort of spying going on here. Interestingly, these are two different decks, but they both have a key here. So I feel like the universe is keeping an eye on you here. Or it could be a Taurus keeping an eye on you. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. It's like there's some kind of door that you're trying to unlock. And you are being very, very led by some kind of higher energy. It could be a literal person who's quite spiritual. Six of Swords, you're moving on from something. I feel like you're putting the phone down. If you've been stalking somebody on social media a little bit, in a very healthy way, right? You're just interested, Aries. But if it's becoming a bit obsessive, it is sat next to this devil here. If you are getting a bit obsessive, put the phone down. move away and focus on yourself a little bit. King of Wands there, yep, focus on yourself. This is you being the King of Wands up here. It's like, look how longing it is. Perhaps you feel like somebody's like you know, your true flame kind of thing, and you're just really longing for them. It's like transfixed. It's like you're transfixed. Five of Cups there, really disappointed that something didn't work out, which is why this heartbreak energy is here. So yeah, back away from this person, work on yourself, get up in that tower, make your tower really fancy and nice, and enjoy it, right? Enjoy working on something here, enjoy having a project. You might be doing up your house, but put the phone down, take your energy back, stop giving too much in a situation, and maybe this person's going to come back to you, but in a very different energy. Maybe you're going to meet somebody new who is like lovely, absolutely lovely person there on the inside, and they're going to be the pearl in your oyster. So hope that was helpful to you, Aries. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, good luck with that. Enjoy it, like I say, enjoy it. Put some music on, and just make your own energy, your own space really high vibrational, and then you're going to draw in beautiful things to you. All right, Aries, good luck with that. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.